All right, we have returned, and I was starting to do this video, and my phone died, so I had to plug it in. I had to wait to charge up a little. So, got it plugged in, and so we are doing the body pad mounts, and this is K&S 8243. This is 32 thousandths thickness by 3/4 in width. And what I've done was I basically kind of want to keep it in between here, and that's kind of the size I've cut for it. Then position it in the chassis, say like right about there, and that's upside down obviously, and that's a good amount of width so you can mount your pads. And what you want to do is make sure you don't interfere with the tire. If you go too far back, you'll hit the tire, and then if you shove this too far in, of course you're using a Predator motor, it will fit in this spot. It'll also hit the Predator motor. So you want to keep it away from the inside, keep it clear, and then keep it from the, obviously the wheels and tires. So this is where we're going to leave it at, and that looks pretty straight right there. And what I'm going to do is we're going to solder this, and we'll show you. I will turn on the soldering iron, and I got alligator clip. These are the little clips that you could get from Amazon, and I just use clips to hold it on. You could use mini C-clamps that they sell at Lowe's. And what I'm going to do is just solder right here. That's the spot where I'm going to hit as the iron warms up. And I'm going to put my flux like so. Position it like that. My soldering iron. Clean the tip. And get positioned here. I hope you can see this. Let me zoom in. Oh, stupid tripod. And then I'm gonna do just this. Hope you can see it. I'm not in the way. Get my soldering iron. I'll probably hold it because it shouldn't get too hot as I hold it, but if it does, I'll let it go. I'm gonna solder here, and of course let everything heat up. That should be enough solder, what I have for the whole thing, I hope. And just come along here, just do that. Sweep some more, get the brass hot as the solder flows with the flux, just like that. Hope you could see that. I think you can. I cannot tell what I'm doing because I'm not in front of the camera, obviously. Just add some heat on there. See, like that. Just want the heat to penetrate. Sweep back some more. And like that. Iron. And there you go. It's just like that. And that's fine. Take your little clips off. It's a little warm. And that's what you're looking at right there. Just right there is fine. See how I got it. That's enough. That's gonna stay on forever. Nice and straight, not crooked. Then you're gonna repeat the process on the other side as well. Ooh, that got warm. It's getting warm. Obviously, I'm gonna put that way, not the way I had it there. I had it upside down. And we're gonna spray this down because it's getting a little warm. I'm not burning myself, but it's warm. And so we'll just see all that steam coming off. Gets pretty warm. Damn brass gets warm. And what we're gonna do is position this in the same position. I'm gonna get clips and clip it on like so. Here we go. That's enough to hold it on, too. It's not. You just want to hold it in place as you solder it. I'll get this other alligator clip. What I'll do is I'll come this way, and see, that's holding it just fine like that. It might be in the way a little bit when we solder, but then you want to position it and line it up. Let me line this up, make sure it's lined up. That looks pretty good right there. Let me check it out. And I think that looks pretty good. What do you think? Yeah, not too shabby. And just making sure it's It looks good. Just get it pretty straight as you can. That looks pretty good right there. And so, again, repeat the same process. Get the flux. And the soldering iron's already hot. And the solder's ready to go. And I will hope you can see that. Yeah, you can. And get some solder. And again, get it hot. And the flux is going to get hot. Easier because if let it flow back here, you just have to have it travel up to the front. That's where it takes a little extra effort. Just keep adding heat. Do a little at a time. As you can see, it's getting hot. Steam in there. And go sweep like that. So you just push the clip out of the way and you're fine. Just like so. That's it. Clean the tip. There you go. As you can see that it's all soldered in there very nicely. Remove the clips. There you go. There's your pans, and then you could also, you know, get a die grinder. I always say die grinder. You can get a Dremel and you just kind of shave them down a little. Ah, that's a little warm. Yikes! Shouldn't handle it like that. Always spray it down. You little didn't get burned, luckily. It did feel it, and of course you can dry everything off when you're done if you have a towel. Feel the heat from that baby. Yep. And then get your body, and there you go. See, oh, that's pretty good. So you got room there to put your pads, and there you go. That's your body pans. Of course, you know, trim a little off or curve it off because there'll be sharp corners. You can use your Dremel, kind of clean it up a little. And here's another thing you could do also. And let me move all these pins out of the way. And that is making little loops for the wires, so little like wire guides for your lead wires. And this is like a little added thing. You don't have to do this. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. They're kind of nice to keep the wires neat and away from, you know, places you don't want them to be. So you'll get 1145 is what this is. The same thing used for the front axle. And what you could do is you could put them right here. Again, you could use your, what you would call it, pins, and just to hold them in place. And you could scoot them back if you want a little. Or you can make them longer. I didn't make these real long. I made these a little bit like, how would you say, short. And we'll do this to hold the body because then the chassis, I mean, because it moves all over the place. Right there. Right there. Okay. So here you go. There goes little pins going all over the place. That's what's fun about those. And there you go. You could put them there, and then you'll solder them there, and then when your lead wires could run here. I usually do the crossover, so it'll go like this for the right, and then the left will cross over, so this way it makes the guide snap back. But you could do that right there, and we could solder those, those are really easy to solder. It doesn't take much. You don't have to put a lot. So you put a little flux there. Soldering iron's ready, of course. Clean the tip. Get this in position. Just a little bit of solder like that. Hope you can see that. Come here. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. And that's it. There's one right there. And then you just repeat the process with the other side, of course. Little solder. And come to the other side and do the same thing and duplicate it. Hope you can see that now. Okay. Like that. Same here too. We'll do it again more. Kind of heat it up some more. That's it. All right, here you go. There's your little wire you know, guides. That's it. I hope you could see all that when I did that. I gotta have the camera real close, but so that's it, boys and girls. That's the chassis. I mean, all you have to do is add the other stuff. I'm gonna cool that off because I burned myself last time just about that. So, and yeah, I can feel the heat from it still. It's amazing how much brass conducts heat-wise. And there you go. Here's your little loops for your wires. You have your body pads, and that is a complete chassis. And that'll fit this car, this shoebox, perfectly. Yeah, see? Guide's in a nice spot where I want it. I think it won't interfere. I shouldn't have a problem. I'll probably have to trim a little, but hey, as long as it's under the car, not interfering with the bumper, that's what I'm looking for. And you can see these been soldered on there, like so. And that's it. This is a chassis. Now I'll just trim this, you know, round this out a little with my Dremel, and then sand it down a little, clean it up, and then I'll paint this chassis. But what I'll do is also I'll drill holes for the body pads. So I'll probably drill a hole in here and here. And then what you could do is you could pre-mount your body without painting anything, make your little pads for it, and then run the car around with the mechanicals in it, obviously the motor and all that, the guide, see how it handles. If the guide, you know, if the axle needs to be adjusted somewhat or whatnot, you could shim around with your guide to see where it's at, where you want the front wheels barely touching, you know, the surface of the track. And here's the chassis. This is a real simple chassis, not real difficult. You could have this built in a few hours. And that's it. I hope this helps you. I'll do more on putting it together and kind of testing it in some future videos. So, but this is a start that you could use to make yourself a you know, beach racer chassis, just a basic one. And then you can do different things as well. Everybody does everything different. If you got a better mousetrap, go for it. If you have a better idea that you want to do on your chassis, please do. You don't have to do it this way, but this just gives you a basic idea if you're starting out. Well, that's it. I hope that helps you. More videos to come on other stuff. Take care and have fun racing.